Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. And like, Green Zero, where have you been? Where have you been? What are you doing? Where's all the videos? Oh, tell me about it. I've been very busy with my real life, of course. And you know, there may be a lot of Kane's Wrath being played on the side as well. We'll just let Toxic Shock figure that one out. But there was a tournament, and that means there's a ton of good replays. And for the first time in like quite a long time, they actually got a decent amount of players and a decent skill set in there as well. We had like Technique and Unleashed and Maze and Master Leaf and Shock Trepper and a bunch of other guys as well. I've been through the brackets and I picked out a lot of replays going through the thread where the replays were. And not all these series are going to make it onto my channel, but I'm looking to cast as many as I possibly can. So keep an eye on my channel. I'll try to bring you as many videos as possible. I don't know if these games are going to be any good or anything like that, so we're going to jump in and see how it goes. So yeah, lots of videos coming up because there's lots of games to cast. I'll work backwards from the brackets, so I'll start further back and then I'll work my way up to the grand finals. So stay tuned for that. But this game here, I wanted to see how this one went. This looks very interesting. This is from the winners bracket of round 3. You can see the brackets on GameReplays. I'll put a link in the description, but of course that would bring up all the results, so you might not want to do that. But this is still in the winners bracket. It's double elimination, so whoever loses here is still in the loser bracket. But this is a best of 3 series, so I'll jump straight in now because I have been talking for a little while. So if we jump over to the right hand side, playing as the black hand player on Tournament Tower, which is the first, it's a pre-selected map, so they have to play on it. It's going to be OneVISION. OneVISION 60 for some reason wants to change his name up a little bit, and that means on the left hand side here of Tournament Tower, it is Dimitery. That's right, Kappa XD. Both these players somewhat, it's pretty powerful when you use the word degenerate players, but that's kind of what they are. But I think they'll be pretty evenly matched here. Of course, Dimitery actually going to head off at the tower here, so he grabs the logistics center and he will be able to destroy OneVISION's scouting squad. Well, will he? Yes, he will. Wow, they took quite a lot of firepower. Of course, it is R12, so you don't have a full Cabal squad when you draft. You only have 4 members. Vision got the first shot off there. He might be able to win that fight. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Oh, Dimitery comes out ahead. So yeah, you got to remember that each member of the squad has their own health, even though the health bar is just a representation of their overall health. Each member has an individual health bar, which you cannot actually see. And if you have more members, even if you have less health, you can do more damage because you've got another gun basically shooting at the enemy. But OneVISION, what are you doing? He is going to go economy, so... Oh, no, he's not. He's got 2 war factories down. It's going to be a 2 war factory all, and it's going to be a power plant and a cell. Is Dimitery going to do the same thing? Dimitery, no, he's going for a refinery here. He could be in a little trouble. Oh, he sees it. He sees the 2 war factories. He knows what he's up against. OneVISION has been found out, and he's going to go straight for the attack, sending all of his bikes down the middle there. This Raider buggy probably going to be destroyed. The Cabal squad will just be a little bit of a hassle. Not too bad, I guess. Bikes have to watch out for it somewhat. Dimitery now moving back to his base. He's got this power down. He does not have a second war factory. I think he should have just gone for a barracks. He's going for Scorpion tanks. He's actually got 2 of them out already, which is nice. You got to be careful not to get them picked off, so he's going to try to build these up, powering down that Shredder turret. I think he's just trying to draw fire from these units over here now. But OneVISION now is being somewhat delayed by the fact that Dimitery is aware of this. And on a map like Tournament Tower, it's not really the greatest to all. I mean, you can all in on it, it's fine, but the longer the game goes on, you got to remember that there's limited directions the bike buggy can actually approach from. They can either approach from the center or they have to go around the outside, which is very easy to scout. I mean, he's got a spike. He doesn't actually have a... he does have a scout here, but he's got a scout here as well, so he can see it well in advance, and he's got scouts in the center. So Dimitery is very well poised to defend this, and look at that. After building just 4 Scorpion tanks, he's actually going to go for an expansion here, and I think OneVISION may have to just go for his own MCV, but this will really set him behind. I mean, if you're going to sell your war factory, sorry, your construction yard, you need to be able to do some damage. But he's not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. Just picking away at the spike, probably not going to achieve too much. Vision does have a squad sitting in the top right there. Raider buggy now comes down, but again, Dimitery's going to be able to see whatever direction this force comes from, and that's really unusual. Normally, Dimitery has like 0 scouts, and that's why he loses a lot of games. But in this one here, I guess it's pretty easy to scout. Just because you have those 3 directional paths. Oh, he could actually easily take that out. There you go, takes out the Raider buggy. Not necessary for Vision to lose that. He's pulling back. Was he worried about something? He can't see anything on his radar. Again, what Vision has been doing now is that he's been keeping his army back. So Dimitery knows there's some bike buggy out, but he doesn't know how many. He doesn't know if... I mean, this would make it seem like OneVISION has gone back for an MCV because he's not putting on any pressure. He's sitting around. So even though we'd think that would be bad in this situation, he's probably just trying to bluff. Dimityry's thinking, hey, look, I'm not attacking you anymore. I never really went in, which means I've gone straight back for an MCV. And now, oh, look at this. Oh, this could be bad. So double barracks. And he does have Disciple, so we didn't see that. Disciple is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's actually got 6 harvesters. The Scorpion tanks are still alive, and they will be pushing back this Raider buggy here. So the Scorpion tanks could easily defend the main. He's actually got some units moving up here now. And that one Scorpion tank is going to be history. He's going to lose that first Scorpion tank pretty quickly. The bikes here could try to kite this down. They will get another one. The Scorpion tank's not actually doing enough damage here, and my voice is starting to go. Alright, I'm back. I just had to quickly clear my throat. I switched my mic off for that, but Dimitery losing quite a number of tanks now, and this is OneVISION's opportunity to pounce into the field here. That Harvester at the front is history. One Harvester's down, but Dimitery does have 6 of them, which means he's not terribly affected. Not actually pulling the Harvesters back. They're all right here in this tip field area. That one Harvester, no, it's still not getting pulled back, but Dimitery will push it back. Only loses a single Harvester, and OneVISION will get torn to pieces at the end there. He probably outstayed his welcome just a little bit too long. Dimitery with 5 harvesters here now, moving the MCV a bit closer. He does have... Oh, no, that's it. That's the end of the game. So, as we can see, Dimitery won that game. He obviously had the dual band spam there as well. So, without an MCV, he's got no hope of ever stopping that. But Dimitery will actually take a 1-0 lead in this series. 5 minutes. So, Blackhand Mirror on tower. Wasn't expecting too much. But Dimitery will take an early victory. He needs one more to put Vision into the loser bracket and proceed through the winner bracket himself. But Vision needs to bring 2 back in a row. Can he do it? Stay tuned, game 2 coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 2 in this series between Kappa XD, aka Dimitery, and OneVISION 60, aka just OneVISION. We are now on Tiberium Rift, which is basically just a remake of Twisted Rift. And it's one of those. It's like one of those cheap Chinese knockoffs because you can see the level just isn't designed as well. It's a bit crusty and edgy, as we can see by the blue tib field, which is here in the middle of the map. Like you can see how it's just a big circle. It's been put in there and things like that. But nonetheless, we are going to be starting with OneVISION 60 on the left-hand side here of Tiberium Rift. Oh my God, these names. But he is going to go straight for his spike here, just drafting 2, well, basically getting the 1 Cabal squad. No, he's going for a 3rd one as well. What is Dimitery doing? He's now switched to orange here. He actually built a Cabal squad, and he's got 2 drafted ones. So he's going to go straight down the guts as well, which I think is what OneVISION's plan is as well. And OneVISION is actually short. He's still got 3 squads, but he's missing 2 members from one of them. So Dimitery, if these guys come together in a fight, Dimitery should win as long as he doesn't screw up the micro or anything like that. He has got the numerical superiority, both sides taking their spikes here. Vision's got to be careful. He might be stepping on some of this blue tib because he is a bit ahead of the curve now. No, he's going to go around. Do they see each other? They definitely see each other now. And OneVISION's like, oh, hang on, you've got a bit too much more than me. And he is going to fall back, so he's going to push back. Actually, no, he's going to go forward. He's going to throw the grenades. Grenades are thrown. He missed. He missed the grenades. He missed the grenades. Oh my God, he whiffed that. He threw them way too early. And Dimitery kills all 3 squads. And he did lose one of his squads, which is actually really unfortunate because it means he's only got 2 pairs of eyes now. If he had a third, if the 3rd squad had survived, he could have split up in 3 different directions. But nonetheless, Dimitery will, of course, emerge victorious there. Raider buggy comes out. I think these guys, yeah, realizing that they won't be able to make it to the garrison in time, will just try to fire at the Raider buggy. They'll all die, but of course they'll be able to do a lot of damage or considerable damage to the Raider buggy. I'd imagine Dimitery is probably going to know. He's going for bikes, so... actually just a singular bike, and he's going to expand off just 1 power plant, so he's low on power. The Raider buggy will now reverse move up. Vision, of course, has no eyes on what Dimitery is doing, and he has ecoed himself, so it's actually going to work out quite nice for both players here, just because neither of them got the scout off, but they both decided to eco. But you got to remember, they don't know that they're both ecoing, and Dimitery with his bikes down here. By the way, this is all being recorded in 1440p, 60 frame per second, because why the hell not, even though the game's locked at 30. Apparently it makes the mouse look a lot nicer and things like that as well. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be rendering in 1440 as well, just to get things going really nicely here. But Dimitery has a few bikes. He will find the MCV of OneVISION, be able to put some rockets into it. But OneVISION has some bikes here as well. It's actually got Dimitery bike there, and they will trade 1 for 1. Dimitery now moving through the field, doesn't slow down the MCV, and he will be evacuating this area now. Can Vision cut the corner? Yes, he can. He's going to get a bike kill. That's nice work there. Does not lose the bike in return, so 2 bikes for 1. not too much happening. That Raider buggy is there. It has been repaired up. Second war factory is down, so Dimitery not fully expanding. He redeployed and put down these war factories. A lot of Raider buggies coming out, actually. 4 Raider buggies already. So he's obviously looking at getting some tanking potential. Now the bikes are coming out, but OneVISION has seen everything he needs to see. And now he's falling back to base. Probably going to go for... No, he goes for a barracks here. I'm pretty sure he must have spotted that there was 2 war factories. Yes, he does. He realizes there's 2 war factories here. Kappa XD, a.k.a. Dimitery, doesn't have too much eyes, but he's moving down the guts. So you can see all that, that area being revealed. OneVISION just seeing what he needs to see in reality. But Dimitery is going to go for an attack. Now, he has got some rocket squads down here. Unfortunately, one of them has been rallied up the top. So it's always nice just to pump out a few rocket squads just to help out. But there are some Raider buggies here. But Dimitery decides, no, I don't want to go in and engage that. Battle marker over here. Could use this bike buggy to get map control and clean up the scouts here. But Vision is going for a counterattack. Just 3 bikes, which is actually pretty smart. It doesn't use a whole lot of his force, but it will cause problems for Dimitery. Actually pulling his forces back here now. So not doing too much with them. No, he's going to the top. He's not aware that there are bikes here. Vision does turn around though. He turns around realizing, hang on, there's actually no expansion here. So he now realizes that Dimitery will have a really large army. And well, it's not terribly huge, but it's definitely a lot bigger than what OneVISION has. We'll scare them away with the infantry. The infantry, of course, just keeping them back. The bikes will return to base here. That Raider buggy, of course, did reveal that Dimitery still had not got an expansion down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesters here. He's got the blue Tiberium secured. What he could do is that he could definitely get some harvesters out there to the blue Tiberium field. Drafting here as well, going down by OneVISION. Standing on the Tiberium, doesn't want to really do that. Rocket squad's coming in, and we have some Raider buggies as well. There's going to be a pretty big engage here. I think Dimitery is going to go for it. Yes, he is. He's going to try to slice in. Raider buggies will move forward now. Can he do enough damage here? I can't even see what's going on. There's a pretty big trade going on now, and the infantry will suck up enough shots here. And with OneVISION's bikes, his reinforcements right here, he's still got a few Cabal squads, should push Dimitery back, does not lose any economy. He trades units for units, and in the grand scheme of things, that's probably, I mean, it's probably super even for both guys, because OneVISION has a refinery down, Dimitery also has a refinery down, so it's pretty even right now. Dimitery still has a small chunk of bike buggy here, actually reinforcing bikes and things like that as well. OneVISION's bike buggy army is about the same size, but he has a few rocket squads and infantry at home just to defend his base. He's pretty blind up the top. Dimitery not able to capitalize on that blue Tiberium though. He could have sent some harvesters there in the meantime while that attack was going on. It would have completely distracted OneVISION. But now OneVISION is going to go on the offensive. Battle marker over there. It's just Tiberium exposure, which is never good for you. And this is nice, getting the buggies out in front, of course, something you always want to do because buggies will take a lot of rocket damage before they go down, and it just allows the bikes to do a lot of damage. Good formation up here, but again, Dimitery doesn't really want to get stuck in his base, especially in a Black Hand Mirror where both sides are going to just bike buggy spam. You don't want to have to be the one that's always defending. And look at this, Vision behind this, 2 harvesters. He's just like, alright, cool, I won't attack you, but I'll just defend the blue Tiberium field. And if Dimitery comes out and contests it, even if they trade armies, Vision's going to come out ahead because as long as the harvesters don't get destroyed, even sending a 3rd harvester, that's really ballsy. And you can see that's why OneVISION is staying back at this field here. He does not want to abandon these harvesters. He doesn't want to risk them getting sniped at all. A few rocket squads just moving to secure this flank down here in case Dimitery has any ideas about going down there. But realizing that Dimitery is not making a move, I think he's just going to go in for it. And yeah, Dimitery just hugging his expansion here. Might have to pull some of these harvesters now. The Raider buggies will go in and they'll suck a lot of damage, but the split from Dimitery is pretty good. A lot of those buggies getting destroyed relatively quickly here. There's a lot of destruction. I can't even see what's really going on. Look at all the bikes going down now. This is getting pretty intense. Dimitery, though, does have quite a lot of bikes remaining here. OneVISION trying to trade out, and again, this is these situations. How the hell are you supposed to micro in that? And look at all the destruction down there. A lot of units just went down there, and Dimitery, you can see, just swarming around this area now. OneVISION will back out, still has a nice chunk of his army, but oh my god, it must be so intense. Like, it is incredibly intense playing games like this here. This is actually a Black Hand Mirror, which is definitely quite entertaining, and still not done yet. OneVISION getting picked apart here on the retreat, not actually falling back, deciding he's going to stay here, but Dimitery able to pick off a few buggies, which is always nice because they absorb a lot of damage. He's definitely getting the better end of these rocket volleys with the bikes, maybe not so much that last volley here, but he will be able to do a lot of damage to OneVISION. And even though he trades out there slightly more cost effectively, I can't help but feel with OneVISION with 3 harvesters, and now he's sending even more harvesters to the blue Tiberium field. He's got 3 war factories, Has he sold his MCV? No, he hasn't even sold his MCV. So Dimitery, while Dimitery has good economy up here, 3, 4, 5, 6 harvesters on that field, 1 down here, he only has 2 war factories. He's going for an operation center. I think he's actually transitioning out of the war factories now. He's transitioning out of the war factories, and look at that, these harvesters, that's too many harvesters. So OneVISION just overcommitting a bit. They're actually going to the top field with that harvester there, and these harvesters now being rallied to the bottom. They're probably getting reordered to attack this, sorry, not attack, well, that's basically what they do. They attack Tiberium, so going down there. Dimitery, though, this is a bit iffy. I mean, he's going for tech. I think he's going for clicks, but OneVISION does have now the bigger army because of that. OneVISION did get basically all the blue Tiberium. That cannot be understated. That's like, you know, that's like, you know, 15, 20 Gs just of like that tiny field, and you can suck it up super duper quickly. Actually, some infantry squads have made it across the map here for OneVISION. Dimitery not realizing the army is down here. He's out of position. He's rallying now to get down here. You can see his army is moving through this area here. There's actually rocket squads in that building, which is never good as well. So that's cutting off Dimitri's flanking route here, and there is going to be a pretty big engage. I think maybe he's trying to go for some type of multi-conyard. No, he sells out. He gets a second conyard out, but now OneVISION's going to flank. He's going to go up here. Dimitri's out of position again. He's going to have to move up here. He should have really moved a little bit sooner, and now he's going to be under attack. He's putting down the shadow turrets, which will be able to destroy bikes pretty quickly. Oh, Tib Vane. He Tib Vaned his own field. Oh my god, that's desperate. Will he lose any harvesters doing that? Oh my god, he doesn't actually lose any more harvesters. Not sure if any went down, but that actually turned out not too bad for Dimitery. Managing to clean up most of the bike buggy. There's a lot of red harvesters here, though. He was so lucky not to destroy a lot of his harvesters. He's still got quite a lot of them left as well, calling in Seed Tiberium. Dimitery will survive, but he just doesn't have any units. He really doesn't have any units left. He's got a few bike buggy, which is going to pull all the bike buggy from OneVISION back. OneVISION 2 refs on his third base. Dimitri's in trouble. He's not even at his third base right now. Dimitery has the clicks, but he's got no army. And if he clicks OneVISION right now, it's not going to slow OneVISION down. OneVISION still has economy on this field, and he's got economy on this field. A one-click will do basically nothing to him right now. Keeping in mind, he's already used the Tib Vane, which means he can only catalyst. Yeah, catalysting this is just going to do nothing. It's just going to be $2,000 he's going to waste. OneVISION is rocking the economy right now, and he's just pumping out more bike buggy, so he's really getting ahead. Dimitery now is trying to go for a Redeemer. He's trying to slow things down, but he's locked in his base. He's definitely locked in his base. He's got a bike down here. And you're thinking maybe even some sneaky flame tanks. You know, sneaky flame tanks can still work. There goes the catalyst missile. Unfortunately, no harvesters will go down, but he will get a refinery. And he got it on the third base, which is where it was needed the most. But still, with OneVISION's economy here, still rocking it there, and with still one ref over here, he's going to be fine. Not really going to affect him too much. He's almost got another ref done, halfway done already. This Tiberium Spike now under attack, trying to get this Redeemer out. He will definitely get the Redeemer out, and then he's going to have to use it to take the next field. And we got Shredder turrets coming down here. OneVISION really doesn't want to, I mean, he's got to do something with this bike buggy, but these Shredder turrets are just a pain. And Dimitery even forming a line further back, which is actually pretty smart, because a lot of people will throw their base defenses heaps far out, only for them to be immediately destroyed. But he's going to make layers in his base. The Redeemer is out now. A Rage Gen here would be devastating. OneVISION is really cooped up tight. The Redeemer not quite in rage range just yet, so he does not use his Rage Gen. But again, he went in there, traded out a handful of bikes and buggies, and really destroyed nothing but a couple of Shredder turrets. So those Shredders with beams really cost effective here. Tib Call would be very nice for OneVISION. He's going to take out this Spiky. Actually, no, we got a base over here. Oh my god, we're going to have a base push. So he's got another MCV. That's OneVISION. No, OneVISION is also multi-MCV. He's got an army behind it as well. The Redeemer is going to have to make its way up here, but the Shredder turrets are coming down now. Dimitery only has, I believe, 2 MCVs, which means he can only double drop. He's trying to double drop. He's putting his line further back. He does laser fence, which is going to make that MCV pretty impenetrable right now. That Harvester, see you later. That is history. But again, these Shredder turrets are starting to work their way through this bike buggy. There's a lot of bike buggy there, come to think of it. Rage Gen still not being used from Dimitery. He's going to move into position. A lot of Scorpion tanks coming out, going for Dozer Blades. So this is a base push with no tech at all. Oh, geez, that could be deadly for a one-click. Does he have the Tib Chem plant? No, he does not. He actually got a Harvester sitting over here doing nothing. But the Redeemer is here, so this is the one thing that OneVISION doesn't have. He's got no technology. How is he going to do... Oh, actually used a Rage Gen then. That was really unusual. He's not actually in range of any of these tanks here. And I'm not 100% sure what the Rage Gen... It might have been a Panic Rage Gen. Battle Marker goes over here. It's just a single bike going down. Again, trading out forces here. Obelisk coming down now, and OneVISION is going to be pushed off this field. Dimitri's going to be able to push him off the field, but he's going to go through the gap here. He's going to move through the gap, and this bite buggy's still taking quite a long time to be focused down from these shredder turrets here. Again, it's not as good as supercharged particle, but particle is still pretty good. Few harvesters will get caught over here, and they will definitely be destroyed. Dimitri just putting down a war factory though. He's got an obelisk here as well. He does try to fence this out. These scorpion tanks, I can't help but feel they're not going to do too much, but the tech center is down now here for OneVISION, so it's just a matter of time before he starts to build up that type of tech units that he requires here. The bite buggy has been pretty heavily dissipated, and he's going to put down more of these shredder turrets now as well to help take care of them. Again, the raider buggy is actually taking quite a lot of firepower before they go down. Double obelisk comes down. He's going to move his redeemer forward. I think this could be a bit of a mistake here. He needs another double obelisk drop, but he doesn't have one. He will rage gen before he goes down, but he's going to lose his redeemer, unfortunately. And all these scorpion tanks, they're already focusing the redeemer, so that rage gen going to do nothing. And Dimitri realizes that he's kind of let this one go. 3 refineries on that field as well by OneVISION. That game actually pretty intense. Definitely happy with that game there. Especially the bite buggy. There was a lot of critical fights. Look at the resources. Oh my god. And that's the thing right there. OneVISION, even though he was obviously at the end losing a ton more units, he was an economic powerhouse at that point in time. And Dimitri took forever to get to the third, and by the time he got there, OneVISION was there, $101,000, $154,000, $53,000 in favor of OneVISION for a 13.5-minute game. That was a deficit that Dimitri was really going to struggle. Actually on par at this point here, but unfortunately losing out. I think, yeah, Dimitri, he needed to be able to do a bit more against that bite buggy. Maybe bumming out some Disciple squads if he was going to camp it up a bit. That would have been much more better, especially combined with the charge particles. Infantry is very cost effective. He could have perhaps done a little bit more with that, but that's game 2. This is going to level up the series 1 game each. OneVISION versus Dimitri. So that we go into a tiebreaker game. So whoever wins this game will proceed through the winners bracket. Whoever loses will drop into the loser bracket, where it's going to be sudden death from there. So both these players wanting to stay in the winners bracket. Game number 3 is coming up right now. Okay guys, welcome back to game number 3 in this best of 3 series between OneVISION and Dimitri. And this is the final game of the series. Whoever wins here retains their position in the winners bracket. But we will jump straight in. It's going to be another black hand mirror. OneVISION retaining the purple color on the top right hand side here as the black hand on tournament decision, and Kappa XD aka Dimitery is down here as also the black hand. This is an interesting choice because it is Dimitri's map choice, and he's black hand and he picked decision. Not notably a black hand map, just because, you know, you don't have any aircraft and you don't have any stealth. So black hand tend to like open flat maps a lot better, like the last one we just saw, because of obvious reasons. But Dimitri decided to pick this map. This is a very defensive map. Now, Balkan can defend, but they're not going to be very good in the late game. Having said that, though, OneVISION is also playing Blackhand, so they're basically in the same boat here. It'll be really interesting to see if someone risks a flame rush. Of course, flame rushing in a Blackhand era is, while it's, it's powerful, it is super duper risky because bikes so easily counter that type of gameplay. There's a lot of hybrid type flame strategies which will come out where they'll build flame tanks and bikes at the same time, and then they'll just try to cause problems that way, which actually can get really gnarly as well. It makes the games pretty crazy. Dimitri actually getting, OneVISION getting shot up here, actually taking some hull damage on both of those Cabals. Not really hull damage when we're talking about infantry. We'll take off one more member, another member goes down as well, but he will garrison this structure with 2 members. What's happening up here? OneVISION does have eyes over on the left. Sorry, that's Dimitri. So we have to make sure we get this right. So Dimitri is on the left-hand side as the blue-black hand. OneVISION, of course, is retaining purple. I believe he's retained purple all series, so that should be nice. OneVISION just going to eco as well in this series here. So it's the 2nd game in a row he's decided, hey, I'm just going to eco. He lost the 1st game when he tried to all-in, so he's not going to do that again. Dimitri has done a bit of a hybrid both times, so he's tried to eco, then put some bike / scorpion tanks out. So he's got a bike coming down. Sorry, that's OneVISION again. Oh, blue versus purple. This is going to be nightmare. Oh my god. Lucky it isn't on a big map, so hopefully there's not like a jillion bike buggy rolling around, because look how close those colors are. They are super close, and everyone's going to be like going, what the hell is going on? But we have the scoreboard, of course, which will be highlighting those colors. And this Raider buggy here from Dimitri will get pushed back. So both sides just happy to... Oh no, here we go. So Dimitri's doing the same as he was in the last couple of games. So doing a bit of a hybrid, get some eco up, but make sure you have some bikes out as well. OneVISION doing the same thing. He does have a 4th harvester out, notably with some bikes as well. Does Dimitri have a 4th harvester? No, Dimitri does not have a 4th harvester. Not 100% sure what he's been spending his money on, because OneVISION seems to be slightly faster. Second War Factory down as well. He's considerably faster, isn't he? Second War Factory comes down now. There is 4 harvesters out here from Dimitery. These bikes are going to be spotted. I don't think he realizes. No, he doesn't realize it's a double War Factory. He's going to see it now, and he's going to lose all these 3 bikes. Not going to be able to do too much. Will trade 1 bike. Can he get a second bike? He kind of has to. But no, he shot at a bike which was not damaged. So 3 bikes for 1. Again, doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but at the start of the game, that definitely matters. And OneVISION is able to repair these bikes. And of course, that bike will repair in literally like 2 seconds. Look at that. They have no health, so the repair drones can just like insta repair them. Raider Buggy comes in, has a look and sees what Dimitery is doing. 2 War Factories here as well, but he is going for Scorpion tanks, which I definitely would think would be the favoured tech choice on this map, just because of the choke points. Bike Buggy doesn't have as many areas to run, but these tanks are actually out in the open, and he's going to try to snipe 1 down. He will get 1 tank. He's going to try to go for the second tank. Dimitery is bleeding out a little bit here. He definitely wants to pull that tank back here, and he will lose another tank as he falls back to his base. This is not too good, because you're not supposed to really lose the tanks. You want to get the tanks up in number before you try to engage that. So 2 tanks went down. He traded a little bit of Bike Buggy, I guess. That 1 Raider Buggy is back there. He could easily snipe that down just to dampen OneVISION's attack force here, because every Raider Buggy counts. It's always nice to have extra Raider Buggies in, and sniping that one off, that's just less damage absorption for OneVISION later on down the track. 3 refineries are down. Those 2 are in danger of a catalyst, but you know what? I don't think Dimitery's going to go for that. Hasn't even got a tier 2 right now. Has his own 3 refineries. Catalyst problem right there as well. So it's unusual to see that. The operation center comes down, so OneVISION's like, alright, cool, you're going to build tanks, so I'm going to build tanks as well. Dozer Blades, 10% done. Dimitery does not have the operations center, but there it goes. I had a feeling that it was going to be an operations center. It is going to be an operations center. You're going to be really careful about the 1-clicks if someone does decide to go for that, but if you miss, or if the other player doesn't walk into a position where they're on the tip field, then those 1-clicks are a total waste of money and you'll lose the fight. Dimitery will be losing his spike here. Oh, he just gets it, and he's going to get out of there. Doesn't take a single shot. You know, yes, he does. He gets hit there. That 1 bike does get hit, but even on heavy damage mode, it is still fast enough to outrun these Scorpion tanks. OneVISION just grouping up in the center here as well, going to try to clear these scouts out. Dimitery's base, no, there's plenty of defense there as well. Dozer Blades, oh my god, he's not upgrading Dozer Blades. Has he not realized it? There is something that I've noticed with a lot of Dozer Blade timings, is that when you put the operation center down, you go low on power, and when you're low on power, you can't research the upgrade. So he's probably popped it down, he's gone for the upgrades, and then forgotten to go back and get the Dozer Blade upgrade. But he is going for a tech center. He's going to go for clicks. He's going to go for clicks. He's falling back over here. Meanwhile, there's tanks fighting in the middle here. It's Dozer Blade versus non-Dozer Blade, but Dimitery has the concave, and he has the numbers, so you should be able to push this back. He's going to be careful. OneVISION reinforcing now. Dimitery just decides to back off just a little bit, get some repairs on those damaged tanks as well. So all these tanks in pretty good health, and there's more tanks falling back over here as well. 2 flame tanks. Oh my god, they're going to be escorted by these 4 Scorpions. These bikes won't be able to get through those 4 Scorpions. That's too many Scorpions, assuming he focused fire, of course. And these flame tanks are going to move in, but OneVISION is poised to attack Dimitery's main. 1 tank goes down. Only 1 tank is down, and a lot of the Bike Buggy is being destroyed. He doesn't have enough here. He's going to have to pull some forces here, but it looks like he's going to move across, putting an obelisk down here. He's not going to be able to attack that. Second MCV comes out now. The flame tanks are now moving up to OneVISION's base here. This could be pretty dangerous. He needs to get the flame tanks. He might want to get the flame tanks. He's got to micro them. He has to micro them. They're going to take out this refinery. He needs to stop them. He needs to try to destroy the fanatics. Why is he going for the MCV? He doesn't have enough time to get that, I don't believe. No, he just definitely does not have enough time to destroy the MCV, but the 2 flame tanks, that was actually a pretty intelligent push. A few tanks with those flame tanks, and OneVISION didn't have enough to stop it. Gets the refinery, which definitely makes it worth it, I think, trading out a few units as well. Tech Center comes down, which means there's no other refinery here, and OneVISION's out of resources. He's got another MCV though. His tank army did manage to sneak through this area and is now reassembled over here, but Dimitery just crawling here. He doesn't have Dozer Blades, did not want to invest in it, so I think maybe it was planned not to get that. He's just crawling forward, putting an obelisk down for the extra defense, because he knows he'll lose the tank fight because he just doesn't have the numbers here. Units moving across the top, it looks like it's just... oh, actually, no, Dimitery spots this. He spots the exodus of those harvesters, and fanatics are coming down as well, so a few of these, if you bust out a couple of squads, they can tear through half-dozen tanks. No worries, see you later. So I think OneVISION's going to be pretty cautious of that. It does have a ref down now. Dimitery definitely needs some money as well. There goes the 1-click. Where did it go? Whoa, my god. Why? There's no... oh, my god. No. No, that was completely waste of money. There's absolutely no Tiberium there. You've got to remember, refineries are only worth $600, so he only cost OneVISION $1,200 by destroying those 2 refineries. There's no Tiberium there, but we'll focus on this level, on what's happening here. If these Spectres can land a shot, the Fanatics will push them back, though. He's got to be careful he doesn't bombard his own Fanatics. Oh my god, he just destroyed half of his Fanatics as well. Or if he landed a Spectre shot in the middle of those Scorpions, that would have been devastating, but unfortunately ends up destroying his own units. I think OneVISION, though, he has this backup plan here, so even if Dimitery moves through here, which he is doing, he should be fine. Yeah, Dimitery is able to bombard this area. Actually targeting the Harvesters over the Obelisk, but now he's targeting the Obelisk here as well. With these 3 Spectre artillery, that's a problem. There's not a lot he can do about that. He's actually going to lose these obelisks here. He's even going to lose this last obelisk here before... Oh, no, actually targets the Harvesters again, so which means this obelisk will stand. He does get a nice artillery shot here, but OneVISION is moving forward. Will Dimitery realize this? I think he's going to have to pull back. He hasn't put a refinery down. This is super deadly. He's not going for any economy here. He does put down 2 more obelisks, but OneVISION has an MCV here, and he's actually just going to continue to bombard that... Oh, here we go. The obelisk is down. It's going to target a Spectre for sure. Yeah, he will target the Spectre, but he'll only get 1 of them. Yeah, so he only gets 1 Spectre artillery. There's actually, there was 2 more over here as well. The engagement is starting. OneVISION drops another obelisk down. It's going to be super intense. The Spectre artillery will move back. 1 more will be destroyed, but nice retreat there to get them out of there. 2 more Spectres firing over the top. While they fire, oh man, nice Spectre shots. Did you see that? Landing on all those tanks, that big line of tanks there, but OneVISION is just continually reinforcing with more and more obelisks here. He's getting a lot of obelisks down. The tanks have been destroyed, so he still has 3 Spectre artillery remaining, and he's able to bombard this area here. That MCV is pretty heavily damaged. Looks like an engineer is going to come down. The problem for Dimitery is that OneVISION is still refining. Despite the losses, he's still refining, and he does have this top base. Is there a... No, I thought there was a flame tank there for a second there, but not to be. Just putting down a few more of these units now. What's he going to bombard? Can he actually range? That would be crazy if it could range the refinery as well. You've got to remember, if you put an obelisk here, I don't believe it can actually shoot through that terrain. Even though they do technically have artillery range, they should be able to shoot over everything. These tanks are coming into spot. Dimitery is actually refined. This is super intense right now, but OneVISION's just like, hey, I've got another base in the top, and there's nothing you can do about that. So he's actually going to continue to artillery these units over here, putting down more obelisks. These guys here need to start targeting. Yeah, they're actually going to continue to target. They're actually missing some of those shots here. Trying to go for a Redeemer, though. This obelisk will be burned to the ground. He's going to need something to deal with that. OneVISION did repair his construction yard. Dimitery only has 1 refinery down. Most of his base is being sold and recycled here. Random scouts just out and about. OneVISION has nothing to pressure to come down this area and attack, though. So Dimitri's fine on the back foot. Has the second ref down, so he's really cranking this economy now. A lot of harvesters here loading and unloading, so he's going to be okay. But OneVISION is continuing to put these down. And Chemplant comes down. Here we go. Vision's going to get the clicks out, though. And there we go. There's the decoy army. The decoy army is to get line of sight. Will he get... If he gets both the refs, that's game. Oh, he got both of them. Oh, man. Dimitery really... I mean... it's just so predictable. And people still do that. They still put it down in a rush. And now Vision's like, yep, cool. There goes all your economy. I'm just going to move forward. I've got a Redeemer. He's got his own Spectre artillery. Dimitery will get his Redeemer out, but he's only got 2 Spectre artillery. He has nothing queued here. Going to lose his spike if he's not careful. This spike, of course, already destroyed. The Redeemer will come out, but now the MCVs are neck and neck here. What's he going to do? Dimitery, I believe, is down to... No, he's actually he's actually trying to move to the top. He knows his field is dry. He knows it's dry, but he's going to move there anyway. I'm not 100% sure why he's doing that. OneVISION, of course, actually has the tower. He's got the EMP spike as well. Wow, is this actually going to be charged? No, it's got about 3/4 the way to go. Rage Gen will go off, which means Dimitery can't move his units. A few obelisks coming down as well. He's going to lose his Redeemer super quick, and he does spot that. I'm not sure what he's spotting that for with the decoy. Maybe just having a look and see what Vision's got. But Dimitery here will be going down to the loser bracket as soon as he loses this Redeemer, because OneVISION, again, the economic powerhouse behind him, is just too strong, and Dimitery is just running out of fuel here. He's running out of fuel. And look at that, everything here goes down. The Spectre artillery from Dimitery is still firing from outside range, but it's actually, no, they're falling back now. He's going to lose that MCV. That structure, I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure if it got placed. I don't think it did. But now Dimitery is in a world of pain. OneVISION still has a fair big chunk of Tiberium. He's got, Dimitri's trying to leech this area here as well. He's got a lot of harvesters. No, here comes the fire sale, and he is not impressed. That is going to be GG, and OneVISION is going to take this series 2 games to 1, And you know what? That wasn't actually too bad a series. I was actually expecting that to be over pretty quick, but no, that was actually pretty good to watch, especially the second game. I definitely enjoyed the second game here. I'm not sure why again. Oh no, there we go. He's surrendered now. It's probably just engaging in some chat there. He's probably not too impressed. Dimitery, just one of those players who would not be able to handle it. But 12 and a half, no, almost 13 minutes, almost as long as the second game there. But you can see the resources says it all. Again, Dimitery has better tech. He was able to do more damage, but OneVision's economic advantage was way too great. I mean, it was just simply too great. If he used the catalyst on an actual refinery that mattered, then he could have changed it, but he used it on 2 dead refs. There was no Tiberium at the main base. There was no harvesters there. He destroyed 2 refineries. If OneVision sold those 2 refineries, he only gets $1,200. So the catalyst cost $2,000. And OneVision's like, all right, cool. You didn't catalyst my actual expansion with its actual Tiberium. That's fine. That's just a catalyst gone for him. Yeah, Dimitery could have made some better decisions in that game. Again, some of them I'm not sure why he chose those types of decisions, but again, pretty intense. That was a pretty good series. I hope you all enjoyed this one here. OneVision will take the series 2-1, and he'll proceed through the winners bracket. Dimitery will drop down to the losers bracket. Stay tuned to my channel. I'll bring you some more games from the tournament. They're coming up right now.